Good afternoon. I'd like to make a very clear statement. Today it was announced that the UN Safety Council wants to persecute Israel for committing war crimes. If the UN Security Council wants to do that, then it is wise to persecute the UN Safety Council itself in the court of law, and to bring them to the court of law. Why? Well, in the first place, why was it possible that the Gaza people could deliberately make a war machine like digging tunnels in Gaza under the territory of Israel itself? With UN money, European money, whatever kind of money, Israel donated cement for building homes, for building apartments, for building hospitals and schools. And why, under the eyes of the UN Safety Council itself, could it build a war machine? Why? That's the first assault. The second assault is, why could the children of Gaza, with money from, amongst others, Europe and maybe other funds, be indoctrinated with Israel and Jew-hating material? Why could the children of Israel, from baby age on, you can see the films on YouTube, from baby age on, why could that happen under the watching eyes of the UN Safety Council? I mean, this is going on for months and maybe years already. It's not new. It's people know of this. I mean, I'm just a regular guy from Holland, and even I know it. So how can it be that children of Gaza are indoctrinated with warmongering and hate against the Jews, against Israel? How can that be? I mean, Israel has been a recognized, internationally recognized state from 1948 already. So officially it's got a right to defend its borders. So how can it be that under the watching eye of the UN Safety Council, that the Gaza people could build a war machine with weapons, buying weapons, most probably from Iran and maybe some other sources? I don't know. Some people know better than I in this case. But how can it be under the watching eye of the UN Safety Council? How could it be? So if the Safety Council wants to persecute Israel for so-called war crimes, then the UN Safety Council should be done equally to them, persecuted for allowing Gaza to prepare a war machine, maybe for months, maybe for years already going on. I mean, building a lot of tunnels is not done in several days. It is done in months, maybe years already. Indoctrinating children with hate and warmongering against Israel, the Jewish people, is not done in several months. It's done over years. There was a 16-year-old boy, 16 years old boy, who was amongst the Gaza people terrorists to attack Israel. Was the last few days, he's laying now in the hospitals of Israel to be treated for his being wounded. I don't know if he's still alive, I guess he is. But he's treated in Israel, so Israel shows from, okay, you're ill, you have to be treated in a hospital, so he is. He's 16 years old. How can that be? That must mean that he has a training for being a soldier. At 16 years old, he was put in action as a soldier in the Gaza, from Gaza, to be Gaza terrorists. That means he must have been indoctrinated for many years. He must have been trained for many years to be a soldier. And he must have been trained to deal with weaponry, etc., and to do stuff that he can do. So that must be started at least from his 14 years old on. about 2 years of training, etc. And even before that, be indoctrinated with hate against Jews and Israel. So if the UN Safety Council is taking Israel into court for supposed war crimes, then also the UN Safety Council should be taken into court and persecuted for war crimes, because they have allowed it internationally that Gaza was able to build up with money, humanitarian money, to build their own country, their own piece of land for peace, for schools and etc. But instead, they use those funds for building a war machine. So how can that be under the watching eyes of the UN Safety Council? So if you take Israel to the courts then for war crimes, then also the UN Safety Council needs to be taken into court for war crimes and allowing the Gaza people to build a war machine. That's what I wanted to share, and yeah, God bless Israel, God bless Netanyahu. He defends his country, he defends its borders, which he has the full right to do because of what the Gaza people is doing for many, many years and prepared for many, many months and years to make war to Israel. They deliberately made war to Israel and started this war. So the first war crime is not from Israel's side. The first war crime is from Gaza's side. And if the UN Safety Council does not recognize it, then they should be themselves be persecuted in the court of law. Okay, God bless Israel, God bless Netanyahu, God bless the Jewish people worldwide. Okay, that's what I want to share. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.